Give it up for Kino. He's been sitting here making up these beats from scratch as we're going. Okay. This one's untitled. I didn't remember the flies till they came back, silent and hovering, like small Apaches, my Sears blue light, suddenly the sun. I've been asleep for years when I saw you, hovering in fresh makeup caked on, lips bright and prepared. Mostly I sat today. They say distance makes the heart grow fonder, but I still hate the sun. Burning and bright like a monocle pushed close, how strange we are drawn, seared and smiling. Did you ever crave Icarus or Christy McAuliffe? Ever notice how tanning lights have the same hue as porch zappers? I never saw a sunrise like the one when I died. My girlfriend wants screens from the Kmart on Astor where we buy condoms when we have money. She says they'll keep them out and we will be free. My light will sit alone, unorbited. They make her sick, you see, the small warbirds of Brooklyn. She asked if they were here last year when I was consumed with a redhead who told me I was too idealistic and doomed for disappointment. I can do it, I told her. I know I can fly. I remember I was quite sure of it. So I'm going to do a couple more short pieces here, and I'm going to ask Aaron and Liz to come back up and do another piece. All right, so here's a couple little ones. A million miles from K1, 20 feet to the beach. Let's get wasted, stoned, laid, blind, to dull the almost unbearable brightness of the sun. God's monocle left to rust like an old wreck, forever lost and forgotten. Inhabitants long eaten by tiny, simple things. Only junk and parasites left to run and provide background. Horrible, horribly simple, easy, blind things left to run the joint. The daisy chain. I would have made a great scientist, could have cracked the genetic code, made the mortality rate 0 on an ideal timeline. A world with no natural cause deaths, people living to collect unemployment and Social Security, every kid knowing their grandparents and theirs and theirs and theirs. I probably could still, if I really wanted to. And soon enough, someone probably will. What an absolutely and totally morbid thought. With some women, it's just the same. Don't drink the water here in Mexico. You may be dying of thirst, and it may be so tempting. And as you drink down the effervescent, cool, noxious liquid, it may seem like a good idea, rather than the profound error it really is. Later, as your insides quake with unnameable names, you will very much wish you retained some sort of self-control. But if you must, and the dryness simply takes hold of you, please take small ginger sips to savor every delicate drop of the wondrous stuff. It might make it almost worth it. Let's go. I'll just read these two really quick. This has to do with me not... I was walking down in Zipolite, which is on the Pacific coast, the Oaxacan coast of Mexico, and it's sort of really inaccessible, 40 miles from like a doctor, from hospital, from really anything. And we were leaving this little bar one night, and got out into a dirt road that runs along by Porta Angel. And the whole thing is, you know, since it's very third world, it's a dirt road. It runs for about 40 miles. So conceivably, you know, there's nowhere you could fall, except that I picked the one spot on the 40-mile stretch of road where there was a bridge. So a car was coming, and I thought I was sidestepping it, but I actually just hit like 4 meters of air, and like landed on my head, broke my toe, thought I was dead. But this is as I found out months later that I completely smashed a disc. But these two poems are about that. People go mad here, thought I was paralyzed, dead, broken, surely every bone aching. Secret pains beneath the surface, my bandana pulled from the ditch day after wandering. Surely I am already dead, mouthing poetry, turning the motherfucker up to 110%. The look in your eyes, cautious as I am completely insane now. Surely the fall has killed me and I just don't know it, or know it and just don't care. Surely all of this is truer than all the religions, philosophies, and science in the world, but no. Somehow I keep fucking going. Invisible pulse, still breathing, still giving off the darkest light, still raging against the darkest night. I have lost my mind, seeping through cracks, through lines, through bone here in Zipolite. And on emotion and physicality, I am in pain, continuous pain, in all ways, all over. Shall we list them? The head, back of which matted with blood, skull aching. The jaw, surely hairline fractured on the right-hand side. The back bruised, shoulders impossible, bones numb. Let's not forget the barbed wire tears and elbow burn. The hip, same exact spot as where a sink and sex did me in 3 weeks ago. And the pink toe smashed, purple flesh scabbing, absolutely the worst. I fell, as always, far too hard. Just gotta take a little break to let these guys come out for a moment.